Hello, my name is Mert Walsh. Welcome to the Mad Leprechaun. Over the past 3 years, whilst I've been running my own YouTube channel, I have been influenced, encouraged, and somewhat inspired by other YouTubers. Thankfully, some of them have been more than happy to share some of their knowledge to help me improve the quality of my channel. And I thought it was about time I caught up with some of them and chatted and found out a little bit more about them and said thank you. So here is recognising some of those YouTubers that have helped me out. Well, without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to my first guest on this little spot of people who have inspired me. Ladies and gentlemen, Richy Vida.
Thank you very much for having me.
Richy.
Thank you very much. Thanks for knocking on my tent and waking me up this morning. I was fast asleep. Oh my God.
No makeup, no hair.
Absolutely
body
no.
ankles. Not too close, mate. Don't want to scare the children.
No, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
No,
it's a pleasure to see you again as well. It's been a long time. When did we first meet?
22.
Was it 22?
2022. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Richy, alright, so the backstory is I subscribe to Richy's channel, and Richy has inspired me and been very, very kind in answering some of my dopey questions, because they are normally dopey. Don't do that, you stupid person. But you've never done that. And so Richy had COVID, you were really, really poorly, and basically I don't pay anything towards your channel, but I always appreciate the fact that you have helped verbally, or do that, or don't do that. And so it's nice to kind of give back. So Richy had COVID, he was really, really poorly, and I said, you know what, if we're ever passing by, mate, I'm going to go up your way and I'll buy you breakfast.
Yeah, and you did just that.
And I thought he could turn in and be the big I am. Oh, look at me, I'm Richy Vida. Have a cup of coffee, thanks bud, and leave. Anything but. 5.5 hours later, they're putting the chairs on the tables and going, can you two leave?
I forgot about that. Yeah, we kind of outstayed our welcome.
But we were just, and I learned so much. I learned so much in those time. And then I gave him my guitar to play, and he played Happy Birthday to my wife.
Yes, I did. I forgot about that. I remember playing the beautiful guitar, but I forgot that we did the little video.
So I just thought I'd like to. Well, I thought about doing a little chat thing with you then, and it's one of two things. It's a shame we didn't record it, but then it's not a shame we didn't. We just had
we had that for us, didn't we? And
exactly,
that was
which was really nice. So now, should we just dive straight?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Fire away.
Here's the first question. Clearly, you have inspired me and my channel, but who inspired you and your YouTube channel?
See, this is a strange one, because when I started it, it was not really a thing at the time. So it was just a way of me, when I first set it up, I set it up as a music, to record music videos, and then I started doing the odd bike video. Yeah. And it kind of got traction by accident, if that makes sense. You know, it just kind of took off doing that, you know, the biking thing. And I just kind of liked making videos. I'm a very keen photographer as well, and I just wanted to go out, enjoy the countryside, take people along with me. You know, there were no, in fact I used to put like a little disclaimer on the videos at the very beginning saying, like, if you're expecting any form of like stunt riding or anything, this I can't do any of that. This is not me. I'm basically, this might be a bit boring for you. So
slow motion now.
Well, I do that now, yeah, but back then I didn't really set out to make a channel. I just kind of, you know, I just wanted to basically, you know, show the beautiful Derbyshire countryside to people, and people enjoyed it. So no one inspired. There was no. There were not really anything that's like I say, because at the time there was not really. It was not really a thing. Right. Like I say, the only things in terms of bikes that were on YouTube really back then was people being idiots, you know, and you know, drawing attention for being idiots through just antisocial, you know. And that's why I thought I'm not trying to be anything like that at all. I'm not trying to be anything. I just want to, you know, I want to create stuff and show the countryside to people, you know. And I genuinely thought this is just going to be so boring for people because it's just going to be me riding around talking absolute nonsense about the countryside and taking photos and stuff.
And for people who haven't ever seen Richy's channel, you said you're a keen photographer,
Yeah.
and you are. But not only is he a keen photographer, he's actually a very good photographer.
Thank you.
No, you are. I'm
Thanks
not
very
trying to censure
No, but thank you very much for saying so.
No, you are. So you'll hear him waffle, and he does waffle. And at the end of his video, you normally put them in at the end.
That's it, yeah.
They're just, it's like, oh, yeah, my wife's favourite bit.
Oh, fantastic.
She loves you.
Fantastic, that's lovely.
So the second question is, what advice would you give to someone if they were starting a YouTube channel?
Be you.
Perfect.
That's the best thing. Don't create something.
Yeah.
I always say this: if you create something that you don't particularly, let's say you're chasing numbers, so you're doing bike reviews, let's say, but you're not really into doing bike reviews. You don't really give two shits about it.
Yeah.
But you create it, and you're starting to get really big numbers.
Yeah.
Then your channel takes off,
Yeah.
and you've built this channel being something you don't really want to be.
Yeah.
It's just going to become a real pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So just be the person you want to do, what you want to do.
Yeah.
Exactly. Same with with me doing the, going out touring and taking photos and looking at the scenery. That's exactly what I like to do.
Yeah.
I do the odd bike review, but I don't do bike reviews.
You do occasional one.
Yeah,
I'm
every now and then.
starting to do more, because Bruce Smart Teapot One, basically advised me, you want to grow numbers, do bike reviews. But I'm naturally curious, so I'm not here to talk about me or Bruce. But you're right. Be you.
Be you, yeah. Just start the channel that you want it to be.
So you did say something, which leads me on nicely to the next question. Do you look at the stats on YouTube Studio, or how much do they affect you?
Every now and then I'll drop in to see. It's a real pain in the ass because you never know what it's going to be. So you can't tailor videos to it for it to work, because
Come back to
sometimes
what you said a minute ago.
it kind of doesn't.
Yeah.
So I do drop in every now and then, but I try not to pay attention to it. I do my thing. I upload the video. Some do well, some don't. And that's just the way it goes.
I find it affects me big time negatively.
If you start jumping into it.
Yeah, too right. And it's like, because the algorithm, the way it looks, and you think, no, do you know what? This can make me feel.
Yeah. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong?
Exactly.
And you're not doing anything wrong. It's just the fact that it's just.
I don't kind of look at them too much.
Yeah.
How do you deal with negative or nasty comments?
I used to let that really get to me. Really used to let that get to me, and I think there's a thing that.
Never reacted.
Oh yeah,
Said.
yeah, and I've sometimes gone into them with my sleeves rolled up. Honestly, yeah, exactly. So I'll read it and I'm like, right, and then I'll be like, writing a reply out, and then I just think, hang on a minute, if someone can be that shitty, what kind of life are they leading? There must be something wrong in their own lives for them to be like this. So I'll just delete all this that I've replied. And then just, if it's really nasty, I'll just block. I'll not reply. I'll block it, because they don't know that you've blocked them. They can still leave crappy comments every single day if they want, but the audience won't see it, and more importantly, the creator won't see it.
I think luckily for you, and definitely for me, I've got a really close network friend group.
Yeah.
You've got you guys and people like that, kind of who are like your inner circle. Let's say.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a mate called Chad. And I went down to have a cup of coffee with him one day, and he said, "There's always going to be keyboard warriors."
Yeah.
And he said, "It's social media. You either get off social media or learn to deal with it."
Yeah.
So I go, "Thanks ever so much," and that's all I do. Thanks ever so much.
All right.
Really
Okay.
Particularly nasty or offensive.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. There's no point, because all they want to do is get a reaction from you. They're kicking the hornet's nest, aren't they? So they want they want you. That's all they want you to do is say, because then they can go and tell their mates, "Ha, look what I've done." Ha. That's all they want. So the best thing to do is ignore it. Yeah. And what I tend to do on every comment, you can love the comment.
Yes.
So if you leave a comment on my channel and so I can let you know that I've read your comment, I'll love it. So you'll get a little notification saying that I've loved your comment. So every comment I'll do that, and again, unless it's really shitty, then I'll just delete it and block them, and that's it. Sometimes if it's like not nasty, but it's just being arsey, you know, I'll enter into it then as a, you know, explain what do you mean kind of thing. Why do you say that? And then sometimes, you know, you got to think of context as well, haven't you? Sometimes the comment that you read doesn't necessarily translate to what you thought it was going to, you know. Totally. So once you've had a little chat, then someone could, oh no, I didn't mean it like that. I meant like blah blah blah. So sometimes you can, you know, you can unravel them a bit, and they're not anywhere near as crappy as they were. You know.
How do you choose what to post on your channel? Vlog, trip, review, you know, kind of, because your channel is quite diverse really, there's lots of different things, but how do you choose what you want to put on your channel, or do you choose?
It's not that I choose, it's you know, whatever I've filmed, and if I've got a load of tours to do, I like to put the tour stuff on there because people really like it. When you can sit down and watch a series, you know, I really love to do that. But if it's just a normal like throwaway vids, then yeah, I'll do just that, and I kind of just try and keep one every week or two a week if I can. But like for the last few weeks, I've not done anything. There's not been a single video in the last. I think I've missed 2 weeks now, and that's not happened for a long time.
How does it make you feel?
Hate it, but it's only because I've had so much to do. I'm doing house renovations at home at the moment and stuff, and I've just had no time to sit in the office and edit, and I've not wanted to either at all. I've just been, my head's got to be in the work at home to get that straight for the family before, you know, I can carry on doing the videos and stuff. So again, I'm going to try and knock a video up for the channel to go out tomorrow night of the ABR festival whilst we're here, which will only be a quick one, but yeah, I just like to keep consistent really. That's the thing, you know. It's not as if like, I mean, I won't put anything if it's absolute tosh, you know. Sometimes I've made a video and I've just gone, that's crap, that's just crap, what the hell am I talking about? And I just delete it, which you shouldn't really do, because it's still a body of work, isn't it, that kind of adds up to everything you know you do kind of thing. So and it also, it might not have been as crap as I thought. It depends what mood you're in. When you watch it back, if you're in a bit of a shitty mood, then you feel negative about it anyway. Or you might have read a comment that's put you in a different frame of mind, you know. So I kind of tell myself to stop deleting them, and I'll just shelve them for a bit, and then I'll look back in a week or two and see what it's like.
Unfortunately for me and for you, both of us sing.
Yep.
So we've both been on stage.
Yep.
And it's lovely when the whole audience clap and you feel wonderful, and you'll have one person come over. How does that affect you? And that must be similar on YouTube, because you'll have all these people, because you have a lot more footfall on your channel. So it's the same as that big crowd, and you'll have that one person. That must, because it certainly does me. But I suppose I've just learned to deal with it a little bit better now. And just
you can't. Yeah, you can. You've got to just got to let them, you know, have the little 5 minutes of fame, if you like.
And I know it's very similar to the last question I asked you, but it's slightly different. What is your favourite type to create?
Favourite type to create?
So travel, review.
The tour series.
Or a how-to. Because you've done a few how-to. Yeah,
the tour series definitely, because that's you know, you're taking people on a journey, and I don't mean a geographical journey. You're actually taking them, you know. This is where I'm going to start, this is what's going to happen, I'm going to hope to be able to do this, and you're taking people along with you to try and show, you know, tell a story basically, and that's what I like to do, to be able to tell a story, and I love storytelling. And
you're very good at it.
Thank you.
Right, here's a curveball. Right, you ready?
I
don't like doing the kind of burning building type of malarkey, so we're going with, there's a new law, there's a new government in power. It's quite topical actually. So there's a new government in power, and they've brought out a new law, and I think I know the answer to this already, but I'm still going to ask the question. Right? You're only allowed to have one motorbike. You're only allowed to have one motorbike. It means you have to get rid.
Oh, you know the answer.
I do know the answer, but I'm going to ask the question anyway. What motorbike do you choose?
The one that I've had since day dot, the very beginning that started the channel, that I love dearly, my Honda VFR 800. I would happily get rid of everything else if I had to keep one. I wouldn't even think twice.
No, I'd have to ask it.
I love that. I adore that bike, and I'm so genuinely, like, to anybody else, it's a nearly 100,000 miles. It's
It's a lot of history there.
2003, I think.
Right.
Yeah, 2053 plate.
Yeah.
So to anybody else, it's not worth anything. You know,
Yeah.
to me, it's worth more than all the bikes in my garage. You know, and I would never ever part with it. And genuinely, when I don't ride it very often anymore, but when I do, I am worried all the time.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Honestly, and I ride it, and I just think, oh God, I hope I don't slip. I don't, you know, I don't want to
Yeah.
break it.
Because you're the mechanic guy. I can't remember his name.
Steve Scott. Yep.
What a nice.
He's a lovely.
He
Yeah.
comes across as a genuinely, but he did a complete birthday.
He did.
And
Yeah, absolutely. She's stunning. She's absolutely stunning. But I just, yeah, riding it. If someone, you know, reversed into it, or, you know, I'd be heartbroken.
Yeah.
Genuinely. So.
And of course, then insurance-wise,
Yeah.
it just wouldn't.
Yeah.
Sentimental value, you can't put a value on it.
That's it. Yeah.
So when you're travelling, what is your bare essential thing that you just cannot live without? Like, for all the things, I can't live without that one object when you're travelling.
You mean like tech things, or?
Oh, it could be.
Could be, yeah.
Anything. You know what I bring?
Well, my laptop. I have to be my laptop for doing the work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And without it, funny.
No, we can't do what we do.
We can't do what we
People
do.
don't understand. the
I
amount
dropped a
of-
real clanger when I went to Morocco.
Right.
Um,
And if you haven't watched Richy's Morocco series, the scenery is just breathtaking.
It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, the weather definitely played a part in how good that looks on the video.
Right.
You know, because the saturations and the colours were so perfect. You know, absolutely perfect. So that definitely helped with how it looks on video. But I dropped a real clanger because one of the things I absolutely needed, I forgot, and it was just not a kettle lead, to go to a USB charger that was going to charge all my cameras, laptop, keep everything powered. The lead that powers it,
Right.
I left at home. So I arrived in Morocco and I'm like, oh no. I've got a few power banks, so you know I had some juice to look after things, and it was just, you know, things were running out of power, and I'm like, I've got to find one of these leads. It's just a bloody lead. I've got everything else. I've got the laptop, and I've just forgot the bloody lead. So I couldn't charge everything back up. So luckily, I got to Fes, stayed at a beautiful riad in Fes, and told the guy when I arrived, and he said, oh, we should be able to find one of them. And anyway, he came and knocked on my door, and he said, is this the one? I said, yes. And he's like, you keep it, it's fine, you keep it.
Oh.
And I'm like, thank you so much.
Oh wow.
And I know it's only like a tiny,
understand.
it's like, you know, it's a
Saved
tiny
it.
insignificant
Yeah.
piece of
Yeah.
tech that I needed, and it was just a bloody lead.
Wow.
And that's yeah, I dropped a real clanger there. I was so mad at myself. Like, I've remembered everything else, only that. That's the only thing I've left.
Right, your favourite camera. Do you have a favourite camera?
DSLR, I think. If my DSLR. I mean, I know it's big and heavy, and the lenses, but it's just. I mean, the thing is, phones these days.
Yeah.
This iPhone 15 Pro,
Yeah.
the pictures this takes
Yeah, they're brilliant.
is unbelievable. They're unbelievable
Yeah.
for screen resolution.
Yeah.
But the difference between, you know, I mean, how convenient just going click, click, click. So convenient. So the DSLR, you've got to get it out. You've got to zoom. You've got to focus. Settings. You know what it's like. You've got to change so many things for it to get this, you know, the perfect photo. But it's just so much better.
And
so
how
much
many
better.
cameras? This is part of the same question. How many cameras do you bring with you when you travel?
Right. So I've got.
One's that.
You've got 5. So I've got so for photos I've got the iPhone and the DSLR. Then I've got.
Two.
Then I've got an
One is in.
Insta-X3, that's the 360.
Right.
I've got one on my helmet,
Yeah.
one on my bike pointing back as a piece to camera.
Yeah.
So that's 5. I
Yeah.
think we might be on the same here. I think we're the same, yeah, 5.
Drone.
Oh, drone, 6.
6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
6. I'm very guilty though with the drone. I kind of, if I've got any reason not to get it out, any reason whatsoever, I won't get it out, and it's just it's a shame because every single time you do put that little bit of extra effort in,
Yeah.
it renders so the quality and the footage is so good. Nearly every single time it goes up, it's so good. But at the time, you just think, I've got to wash my hair in a minute, you know. So I just kind
I
of
don't have that problem.
I'm like, it's a little bit windy. I mean, it handles wind like
Yeah.
That, you know, you could be looking at it and the drone can be doing this,
Yeah.
balancing itself out, and the footage is just perfect. So yeah, I do talk myself out of flying it a lot when really I should be putting more effort in.
What's next for your channel?
Next, well, at the moment I'm in the middle of doing a very busy summer of tours. I've got doing Spanish tours. I'm doing 4 with about 60 riders. Picos, yeah. Northern Spain, yeah. Picos de Europa. So I've got 4 tours to film, and somehow these are 4 tours of the same tour, different riders.
Right.
Okay. So I've got to somehow make a series or several that's not the same. So I'm doing the same trip with different riders.
Yeah.
Same routes.
Yeah.
Same. So
Yeah.
I haven't got a clue yet how I'm going to do that. How I'm going to make it any
I
different.
had a similar issue with when I used to go racing.
Yeah.
And you go to do different tracks with the same people, and you have to try and make everything look different.
Yeah.
Because it's the same people on a different track.
Yeah.
Like, so you've got the same problems.
Yeah. How you know, to the viewer, that's got to be.
Someone earwigging behind us.
Oh, have we?
Yeah,
oh
we have.
Dear.
But
Fancy seeing you boys here.
Yeah, look who's here, love.
Chaps.
so this is a. Joe, I'm going to get to you in a moment. Is that okay?
Yeah, Karen.
As much as I absolutely
Crack
love
on,
you.
crack on.
You know, right, you can only choose one. Are you watching him?
I'm
dear.
taking this in, so I can think about my answer.
Because no, I'm not going to ask you this one.
Okay.
Right, you can only choose one. You're going to hate me for this.
Oh, mate, come on.
Right, music or motorbikes. You can only choose one. And do you know what? If you ask me the question,
I know my answer.
oh, do you? I can't choose.
Music.
Because you know that I'm.
Music. All day long.
Because we both.
I understand.
Right, if YouTube went belly up in the morning, what would you do? And Andy Mully asked this question. I asked a few guys who subscribe to both of your channels,
Yeah.
If you could ask you guys a question, what would you ask?
Okay.
And Andy Mully asked me to ask you.
Oh,
that
okay,
question.
cool. That's a good question, actually. Well, first of all, you kind of think, well, there's a revenue stream just disappeared. All my work's just disappeared.
Yeah.
But also, on the opposite side of that scale, you think, I can relax a bit. I'm not got to get in and make a video and get editing and to just be easy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. It would obviously be for me, because compared to you two, I'm an amoeba, and it would just be like, and my wife would go.
Don't get me wrong, I'd be gutted, especially if all that body of work had disappeared, like gone. Then, Andy's got a lot more videos than me. I think I've done 800, something like that, and that's a lot. That's a lot of work to just disappear.
How many do
And
you
blood,
do
sweat,
a
and
week?
tears as
So
well.
I know how many.
I try and do at least 1, 2 if I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was doing 2 and it was killing me because I've got a full-time job.
Yeah.
You do too, don't you?
Yeah.
So another, he's actually wearing a jacket, one of your jackets. So clearly he absolutely loves you. Tony Hannon asked,
Thank you, Tony.
how did you overcome the fear of getting stuck without any assistance when you were stuck on that rock?
In Morocco.
Yeah. Or
I didn't let myself get to that point where I started panicking. I quickly realised that this could actually be a thing.
serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking around and I just stayed calm and I just thought, don't panic, because the second you start panicking, you're going to drop the bike, everything's going to go wrong.
Yeah.
So just relax. So I did. I just got off the bike, I took my lid off, I had a drink of water, I walked up and down a few times just to try and, hope someone had taken it out for me. But kept looking back at it. No, it's still there, still stuck. I'm like, I've got to sort something out. But you've just got to give yourself space to think, haven't you? And that kind of situation. So, I was trying little things like putting little rocks under the wheels. What had happened? I'd beached the belly pan.
Yeah.
And the front wheel was against a steep rock that was just really shiny.
Yeah.
As with the back wheel, so it was, you got no traction at all.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what am I going to do? So I tried to put little rocks in front of the wheels, just didn't do a thing. In fact, you can see on the video at one stage, I did it, put a rock next to the back wheel, and I tried to give it, and you could just see the rock just go like fly out behind me. Anyway, I just decided, right, what I'm gonna have to do here is, because it's on the belly pan, you know, I didn't want to damage the bike. The bike was brand new before I set off on that trip, so I didn't want to damage the bike at all. Obviously didn't want to drop it. But I'm on the belly pan, and that's what the belly pan's for, to protect. So I just thought, right, I'm gonna lean the bike over onto my hip on the belly pan, so the wheels are in the air.
Right.
And then I just kind of shimmied it across, so I'm scratching the belly pan. Just shimmied it across, like off the rock that it was beached on.
Yeah.
Bang, it dropped down, and then that gave me the purchase that I needed then to get out. And then I got to the top, thinking, you know, I was sweating, I was panicking, not panicking, but I was like, you know, out of breath, I was bloody knackered, and I just remember thinking, please don't be any more of that. You know, please don't be any more, because I still couldn't see the top.
Right.
I'm just like, just please don't be any more of that. You know, I've managed okay with that, but yeah. I did at one stage look round to think, it's going to be cold up here tonight. Because this road I was on, I'd been on it for 50 miles, not seen a single person, apart from the kids in the little village when I first arrived onto the road. Little kids kicking stones around, and it was lovely. But yeah, so 50 miles, and I remember being on there again, stopping every 2 seconds to take photos, and I've got some amazing images from that road in particular.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember coming up to the corner and seeing these rocks that are like really gnarly, and I'm like, oh dear.
The thing is, you've done stuff like that in Derbyshire, but you did it with no luggage on.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
So
But
kind of.
I'm not. I remember thinking this is going to be very difficult to do, but I should be all right. I'm confident with that. You know, I'm not overconfident or anything, but I thought I should be all right. I should be all right to do this. But then, yeah, when I got stuck, I was like, okay, I'll be back.
Right, well that's it. I'm out of questions. So thanks ever so much for the inspiration and the influence.
Yeah, thank you very
and
much.
Your time. And it's been an absolute pleasure.
Can I go back to bed now?
You can go back to bed now. Cheers, buddy.
Thank you very much, mate. It's a pleasure.
Hopefully you enjoyed that, because I did.
I did, very much so. Thank
That's
you.
it. If you've liked this video, please leave a thumbs up. If you haven't liked this video for any particular reason whatsoever, please feel free to leave a thumbs down. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section below, and then hopefully I shall see you in the next one. Until next time, people, take care of yourself. Bye-bye. Oh, by the way, the next person I'm going to chat to is none other than TMF. See you in the next one.